Folks, Taylor Swift is no stranger to topping the charts, at least musically. But now she's dominating the box office. Her Eras Tour concert film grossed a whopping $93 million domestic during its opening weekend, yet it seems to be suffering a superhero-sized collapse on its follow-up weekend. Is this just a one-hit wonder to keep the theaters afloat, or is maybe this a blueprint for movie theaters to follow in the future? Love her or hate her, it really doesn't matter, because guess what? It's important to look deeper into Taylor's latest sensation and what it says about a new approach to independent film distribution and the crumbling Hollywood machine. Well, you know, the one we complain about. Here we go. Taylor Swift is an icon in the music industry, and she continues to break barriers all the time. And this time around, obviously, it's movie theaters. Taylor Swift Eras concert tour basically had a sensational debut. There's no other way to describe it. It was amassing a giant box office number over the course of the last 2 weekends. Yet what's unique about this success is not just its financial feat, but the path it took to get here. It also got an odd 4-day show cycle that we have to talk about because it's been further refined, and it might speak largely to how we view movies in the future. There's many other surprises here, so let's get through them one at a time. We'll start with the first one, which is Swift opted to distribute the film directly through AMC theaters, bypassing the usual Hollywood studio channels. And in doing so, she actually carved out a win-win situation for herself and, of course, the theater chain. She's established herself not only as a Grammy-winning artist with this move, but also a remarkable entrepreneur. She's cut out the middleman, and she has now highlighted a new path, or a path that was forgotten, for known talent to actually go direct to distributors. And I think you're going to start seeing that more and more frequently. Now, these particular earnings go right into her pocket, and no wonder Travis Kelce is interested in her. She's got beauty for some and brains. Now, the next surprise underscores just how important it is to cater to your known audience. Yep, that's the thing we've been trying to tell Hollywood for quite a while now. Actually, it works wonderfully well. So much so that the demographics of this particular film's opening weekend were intriguing and telling. And an impressive 80% of those attending happened to be female. That's a significant contrast to the 65% female audience that showed up for July's Barbie, a film that I thought was just straight up man-bashing, but hey, I'm not always right. Additionally, the age distribution favored a younger audience, with 30% in the 25 to 34 age group, 23% were 18 to 24, and a remarkable 20% were under 18. Those figures actually mirror what unfolded in theaters during the debut, but enthusiastic Swift fans took it to another level. They dressed head to toe in Swift-themed attire, and they were there to live or relive a concert experience in the cinema, something they may have not been able to go to. AMC's concession stand stepped it up and even sold Swift-themed merchandise, giving more earnings to the theater and artist alike, and also cementing the concert-like ambiance, the atmosphere. Reportedly, the theater complexes themselves were actually electric because of all this energy and hype. Now, here's the $50,000 question. Can this magic be replicated? Are an army of copycats like Beyonce, Shakira, name some more artists, are they gonna share the same success? Well, surprise number 3 is this. Some moviegoers plan to revisit this film many times, yet others are of course opting for waiting to stream it at home when they can. And of course there were some one and done or single viewers, and according to those numbers, at least the ones of the people that were surveyed, they were in the minority. Surprise number 4, the film's exclusion from AMC's members-only A-List series. Now, this membership program allows its subscribers to enjoy up to 3 movies a week. Now, this means no discounted viewing was available for any of these showings, and of course, I'm sure that this was a quick negotiation point between Swift and AMC, as this is going to be a limited run schedule to begin with. Of course, not having access to the film through A-List has some viewers seeking alternative methods, and I think it's safe to say that there's plenty of folks that have been willing to pay full price. Now for the one downside. Despite the fervor of the opening weekend, the expectations of a significant drop in box office numbers was rather predictable, starting with a huge 72% fall off on Friday alone. Notably, since the film only screens on weekends, well, technically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it wasn't hitting the other 3 days of the week. And without final numbers from this last weekend's fall off, I would say that we're going to figure it's going to fall between 68% drop off and 74%. So that's a superhero fall indeed. For just a moment, I want to offer you a bonus here, something for all of us to think about. Is it possible that because Hollywood offers so few quality films with very little competition for eyeballs, that the audience is trained to go see a film or not see a film in the first weekend? Seriously. Right now, films get out of each other's way for their release windows. I mean, look at what happened with the horror film and the Eras tour alone. And they don't make enough films to counter program over the top of all of that. I know I've made that point before on Mr. H's show and on Midnight's Edge and probably here, but I think it's why films fall out of theaters so quickly now. Everybody wants to see something, or everybody that wants to see something sees it the very first weekend. This might be worth its very own video. Let me know if that's a rabbit hole that you want me to jump down in the future in the comment section below. Anyway, back to Tay-Tay, and the most relevant question we should ask here. I mean, there are several of them, but we're going to start with this one. Is this a moment? Is it a fleeting moment of movie theater magic, or a glimpse of something that would be a new era? At least as far as theater experiences go. We'll need to wait for the official second weekend box office, which I predict is not going to be anything but 50% or less of what we had last weekend, falling in line with that 68 to 74% that's predicted. Yet for now, the spotlight shines brightly on Taylor's world and the young women that, of course, are dancing all over theaters to her songs. Seriously, just look at the viral TikToks. I'll try to leave some in the description down below. But wait, I've got a few more bonus questions, so don't go anywhere, okay? First of all, did you catch Swift's Eras Tour film in theaters? I'm curious. Most of my audience is male. I want to know if you went with a significant other or maybe one of your children. And would you consider watching that film again? Was it that good? And what do you think this success means for the future of concert films and theater experiences? Are you excited about potentially other artists' concert films hitting the big screen? I mean, we mentioned Beyonce with the upcoming, I guess it's called the Renaissance, and it's like a documentary concert film all in one. Or even some other artists that maybe have long gone by. U2 did concert films way back when, and people used to like those. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit that like button, of course, because it'll help me and you, because I'll be spread all across the internet. And until next time, see ya!